Hi guys, we are at the end of the packet here, and what we're going to be talking about today is word problems, which is kind of scary to think about, but I'm going to try and simplify it as much as I can for you. So what we have here, we have a problem in words. We have to draw a picture, and then we have to write an equation and solve it, okay? So very first thing that I see is that two angles are complementary, and I know that complementary means that they add up to 90. Okay, and I also know what that looks like, so I am going to draw a sketch that looks like so. And I know that the two angles together make a 90-degree angle, so one of them goes like this. And the two angles together, here's the first one, and here is the second one. And the two of them together are complementary, which means that they add up to 90, which is why I have drawn the picture like so. Okay. Here is the tricky, confusing part. It says that one angle is 4 times the other angle. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write the first angle is just x. And that's how I'm always going to start my angles. That is the first angle, one angle. The second angle, I have to read the words really carefully, and I have to write an expression using x. How do you write 4 times the other angle? 4 times means 4 times, and the other angle is x. Okay, so those are my two different angles that I have, and I wrote the expression. So the first angle is always x. I'm actually going to write that. First angle is always x. So I'm always going to start all of these problems, every single one that I do. My first one, I'm always going to write x. And then the second angle, I have to read the words here. This one said 4 times. I know how to write an expression in algebra that says 4 times. Then it's 4 times the other angle is x. Okay, so I'm going to plug those into my picture. The first angle is x, the other angle is 4x. I could have also put the x here and the 4x here. That part doesn't matter. And I know that when I add the two of them together, they're going to equal 90 because they said complementary. Okay, so here's how I'm going to solve this thing. I'm going to take my first angle, which is x, and I'm going to add it to the second angle, which is 4 times x. And I'm going to set it equal to 90. And all I have to do is solve this equation. Okay, how did I get this equation again? Let me explain one more time. It's this angle plus this one. That's what I wrote here. And I know that they equal 90 when I put them together. That's why I equaled 90. There's some words in here that help me solve that also. The first angle is always x. The other angle is 4 times x. And it says that they are complementary, which means they add up to 90. Now I just need to solve this thing, okay? I'm going to combine my like terms. When I combine 1x and 4x, that makes 5x. And I still have equals 90. So in order to solve this, I need to divide by 5 on both sides. Oh, what does that give me? X equals, I can't think. 18. Sorry. There we go. 18 times 5 is 90. Got it. Okay, so x equals 18, and the last part of the problem is calculate the measures of each angle. So remember how to do that. You have to take the 18 and you have to plug it in right here, and you have to plug it in right here to get the actual measures of the angle. So when I take the 18 and I plug it in right here, that means that this is 18 degrees. When I take the angle and plug it in right here, I get, what is that, 72. I do 4 times 18, which is 72 degrees. So my two angle measures, my final answer, the first one is 18 and the second one is 72. I'm just going to do one more, you guys, and then we're going to practice a bunch in class, okay? So the next one. Two angles are complementary, and I'm seeing this word again. It's the same word that we used up here. That means that they add up to 90, so that is excellent. And I'm going to draw my picture again the same exact way that I did the first one. Because it says complementary, that means that they add up to a right angle, and I'm going to shove one angle right here. So I have two angles. Here's one, and here's the other one. And I know that they add up to 90 because it says complementary. Now, what do I write for my like two angles? I have 1 and I have 2. The first one is always x. Okay, I wrote that up here. The first angle is always x. I'm going to put that here. in my picture too. Okay, now I need to read the words really carefully to be able to decide how to write the other expression. 18 greater. Okay, this one said 4 times. This one says 18 greater. I think that means x plus 18. Doesn't greater mean like more? And they actually told me how much more. They said 18 more, so I'm going to put that here. X plus 18. Super. Okay, let me back up and explain how I did that one more time. 2 angles are complementary, so I drew 2 angles and put them together with a 90-degree angle. That means complementary. They add up to 90. And my first angle is always x. I wrote that up here too. First angle is always x. So I put my x right here. The second angle, I had to read these words really carefully, okay? It said 18 greater. I can write an algebraic expression for that that says 8x plus 18. So now what am I going to do with these two? So I know that this angle plus this angle equals 90. This angle plus this angle has to equal 90. So I'm going to actually write that. I'm going to take the first angle and I'm going to add it to the second one, which is x plus 18. And I know again it has to equal 90. Okay, so remember for this one, I had the first x, this, and this was 4x, and they equal 90, so I put 90. Same thing here, this angle is x, and this is x plus 18. So when I take x and add it to x plus 18, again, this one equals 90. So now I need to combine my like terms, and we're just going to solve algebraically from here. So I have 1x plus another x, that makes 2x. I still have the plus 18, and it equals 90. I'm going to subtract 18. So I have 2x over here, which equals 72. And when I divide both sides by 2 to cancel, I get x equals 36. So just remember, the last thing that I have to do in order to calculate the measures of each angle, just like I did up here, I got 18 for x, and I had to plug it in right there and right there. I'm going to do the same thing with the 36. One of the angles is 36. The other one is whatever 36 plus 18 is. I'm going to have to do a little bit of mental math on that too. When I put the 36 right here, that means that this angle measure is 36 degrees. When I plug 36 in right there, 36 plus 18, what is that, 54? Okay, very good. I am going to just get this last one set up. The only difference between this one is that it says supplementary. So I know that a supplementary angle means that it adds up to 180. The sum is 180. These two were both 90 because it said complementary. This one is supplementary, which means it's a straight angle. So my picture is going to look like this. Okay, I'm not going to finish that whole thing. I just want to start it. And again, I'm going to use x, and then I'm going to write an expression for this. We'll probably pick up right where we left off in class, maybe at whiteboards. But we're going to solve it the exact same way. Okay, I challenge you to try it. Thanks for watching. We're going to do some more in class now. Love you all.